All right, on the left side of your screen, we have Fiend Artisan Zenith. That would be Marat. And on the right, we have Force of Phil Bleckman of Eternal Durdles, of course, on Miracles, as usual. Here's a Green Sun Zenith X is 0 off of Beseiju. You're not supposed to play the Besejus, right? You're supposed to blow stuff up. Is that a misplay? I don't know. A little iffy. Dryad Arbor is found. On today's stream, I'm thinking every play that happens, we should just be really skeptical about. I think that would be a nice change of pace.
I'm going up.
Fetching a Trop. That's interesting. Not really respecting Wasteland, right? About to beat our last record on a hype train right now? Is that true? Level 7 achieved? Today's stream is off to an explosive start, I would say. Here's up the Beanstalk. Here's Elvish Reclaimer.
Force it, pitch a ponder.
Force pitching Ponder. In this particular deck that Marat is playing, it's also known as Cradle Control. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. Gaia's Cradle is a key card in the deck, and Reclaimer can find that as well as some other utility lands. Well, there's Cradle, straight from hand. Here's Fiend Artisan, the engine of the deck. Kind of does a birthing pod kind of thing. Remember birthing pod, everybody? Hype Train complete level 8. 39 subs. Amazing. Thank you, everybody. And I see some gift badges in the chat, of course. Here's a Ponder for Phil. What does Phil want to do in a Magic game? Draw some cards, do some looking at the top of the deck, some board wipes, some removal, and then either Entreat the Angels or Triumph of St. Catherine to get the victory. Swords on the Fiend Artisan, that's a good one to kill.
I didn't realize. I thought there was a 2-2 at base. I'll pass it.
And Marat on the other side, typically playing some kind of a Green Sun Zenith deck, seems to like the green color. I would say Marat is a green mage. That's my opinion. High Train Conductor Audrey says explain to his opponent that he can't deck out with Thwart plus 3 Mystic Sanctuary. Yeah, that's what Phil's up to. There's Triumph of St. Catherine off the top in game 1. Up the Beanstalk, draw a card. Is this the updated Force of Phil deck with Snapcaster? I'm not sure. But Force of Phil does keep a deck list updated over on Moxfield. I don't know how frequently it gets updated, though. All right, here's Dryad Arbor. Cradle can now make 4 mana. Pretty good. Grist. Scary Planeswalker. Fetching in response is Phil. Crinky Doom with a great question. Was Triumph even tested for 1v1? Sadly, no. It was in a Warhammer deck. And now we're stuck playing with it, you know? I don't know. Audrey, Hype Train Conductor Audrey, not pleased about Phil's Beanstalks not being altered. I don't have a statement on that. It's not my problem, really. It's not my responsibility. It's somebody else's problem.
Activate.
Is the sacrificing part of the cost?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes. So I'll sacrifice the summoning signet.
Okay.
So counterspell countered the Grist, as we saw. Now sacking Dryad Arbor to Fiend Artisan. What will we find? Grist. So we're getting a Grist whether Phil likes it or not. And the question now is, will St. Catherine stick around? Collector Roof is on the board, unlikely to matter.
I will sack target.
Trigger.
All right, St. Catherine has been knocked out by Grist, sacking Dryad Arbor. Collector Roof then gets in for an attack, fill down to 15. Shuffled into the total 7 cards on top of Phil's deck. Marat does a very strange cutting the deck technique.
Don't let them think that I did something.
Okay, now it's been done properly, the legal way. Let's see what happens. No triumph that time. So we know now Triumph of St. Catherine is in the top 6 cards of the deck. Phil's going to try and find it, maybe with a brainstorm. St. Catherine shines against creature decks. At least some creature decks. Looks like Phil has Prismatic Ending in hand. The question is, what do we hit here? Fiend Artisan or Grist? That would be the question, I guess. Goes after Fiend Artisan. Gonna let the Planeswalker stick around for now.
To get rid of a trigger, right?
So Grist sticks around. Likely will start making some insects. Grist can get really annoying really fast. So we're milling. Green Sun Zenith making an insect. Marat has the proper insect token. Very nice.
I will pass turn 2.
There's St. Catherine. She's back.
I'll pass it.
So Cradle currently only makes 2 mana, 5 total mana. No, 6 total mana can be made by Marat at this point. All right, making another insect. Make it 7. Crater Hoof into the yard. All right.
Sega.
Yeah, Triumph of St. Catherine is 5 mana value, which pairs up pretty nicely with Beanstalk. See some control mages playing with that combination recently. Orcish Bowmasters in response to Preordain, force pitching Preordain. Interesting. Modern staple Preordain in Legacy? All right, Prismatic Ending removes Grist. That Grist was going to be a problem. Triumph of St. Catherine drains for 5. That's what it does. Wait, where'd that Bayou come from? Oh, okay. Cheeks Like Whoa, thanks for the sub with Prime. 11 months. Appreciate that.
Draw for turn.
We'll see if Cheeks Like Whoa lasts one more month with us and hits a 1-year badge. You never know. You really never know.
I'm back. You.
Pass.
AP making some MTG finance predictions in the chat. I randomly thought of this the other day. YouTube commenters, let me know what you think. Twitch chatters, let me know what you think. It doesn't feel like the 90s MTG crowd follows MTG Finance. Am I right on that, or am I wrong, or somewhere, or are you somewhere in the middle? Do we have any MTG Finance experts watching? Do we have anybody watching that doesn't give a damn about MTG Finance? What's the deal with that? I don't really know.
Yeah, that's why.
What's up, Pastina? Monka says MTG Finance Bros. Monka's in the chat, everybody.
Oh yeah. It's funny. It was like after the day, I was actually thinking about it.
I'm also gonna fetch.
I just don't feel like I've like that this is not intentional, but the people that follow this channel don't seem to be the type that are like, I'm gonna spec and buy 600 copies of some bulk rare whatever. I just don't hear about any of that from any of you. Audrey's all in on Canaptic Scarab Swarm, yeah. The MTGO players aren't ready for that one yet.
Yeah. You on the left. Yeah, basically,
Five. Yep. Yes. Okay.
That was an Elvish Spirit Guide, unfortunately, into the glare. At least I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure.
That's recently again. Like I put it down for the event, and then played like
Brainstorm for Phil gets an enthusiastic thumbs up. Marat's life total getting low, but has a couple of chump blockers. We'll see. Marat will definitely have to remove this Triumph of St. Catherine at some point.
Seven, you say.
warrior.
I'm going to cast a deliberation.
Council's Deliberation. I don't know if everybody watching knows that one. This is why all the preordains are in the deck, I guess.
Force will on top. Got it.
Mystic Sanctuary to put Force of Will on top. Another Triumph of St. Catherine is on the board. Draw 2 off the Beanstalks. Pretty good.
Sure. So I take 4 but gain 5, so I'll have net 1.
Yep. Ignore her.
Yep.
I think you got this. I'll scoop it.
All right, Marat's going to scoop it up. Force of Phil takes game 1. Looks like Phil is mulliganing to 5 and a Once Upon a Time for Marat. Just adjusting something on my end. Just realized something's not working properly. Excuse me for a second.
Burn Catacombs.
That's why I play the
I'm going to play this Flutter String pass.
hamster.
What creature type does he need that's odd? That makes a lot of sense. No, I looked it up and I was like, when people posted like their hamster.
Okay. Hi, Train Conductor Audrey with a question. I'm curious about how you edit the videos without spoiling yourself. You mean like not knowing the ending or something? I just don't watch it. I just scrub through, look for the parts where people are shuffling and not playing, and they're deleted. It's pretty easy to not watch the actual gameplay. And I'll scrub through to make sure, like, you know, everything stayed in frame or that there wasn't too much glare or something like that. But you just see, like, cards fly across the table. You don't really see what's going on. All right, here's a beanstalk for Phil. BCS, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. We're watching some Paper Legacy today. Reed Duke was at the shop this week, so we'll have some fun matches to watch on today's stream, I would say. Roland, thank you for the resub. 43 months for Roland. What's up, Roland? And X-Grave, thank you for the resub. 12 months for X-Grave. That's a big achievement. Didn't see either of these players present an attractions deck or select any stickers before the game, shaking my head. Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
I kept like really high cost hands that had like a lot of top cast on loggers and
Yeah, I am the supercomputer Tech 13. No, I don't use AI. That's what all the kids are doing. I'm not doing that. I'm a editing boomer.
Yeah. So, like, do I...
These matches are all shot on film, by the way. I don't know if everybody realizes that. They're all shot on 35mm film. All right, here's Fiend Artisan. So that'll be a card that Phil wants to get off the board. Here's a Brainstorm.
Oh, no, wait, no. There's no fluid.
oh, something I thought I saw. I always
I mean, it was first down to the end, and I
Play a Sanctuary tap.
All right, Fiend Artisan is removed by Swords to Plowshares. Mystic Sanctuary tapped.
No, I should have yep.
heard Zombie's playing that new Jolly.
Yeah, all it'll take 11 more subs, and we'll have 3D IMAX live stream soon. Charismatic Contour or Dauntless Dismantler? I have no idea.
So because it's a commander for the new
Looks like Preordained put both on the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Triumph of St. Catherine's on the board. We saw how good it was in the previous game.
Wait, but...
How does the trigger work? It's a death trigger.
No. So
From the touches the graveyard.
Okay, got it.
Two triggers go on the stack: the evoke trigger and the ETB.
Yeah.
So
We're not trying to figure out how to beat this thing. Excuse me, Force of Phil. How do I beat your Triumph of St. Catherine?
use it, but you can use it any time after you've declared attack with the bow. So at any point after you declare attack with that, you can use it. Combat, second phase, does that.
Can you scoos a St. Catherine in response to the trigger? Yeah. What's up, Christmas? Yeah, just Source to Plowshares, that thing.
No, that's fine. Just thinking about both. Which basically...
But you have to choose. So I didn't know how to.
Green Sun Zenith X is 3. All right, we might see Grist once again. There it is.
No, I'm gonna swap them. Oh, okay, I got you. It's an instant speed ability. So the only requirement is that that creature was declared attacking during the declare attacker step. Yep.
Okay. I learned something new.
Wow. How many cards can play with Voice Demons? This is like one of the first ones, like really good.
Gonna minus sack to kill. And with trigger on the stack, I'll fetch.
All right, it looks like Marat has a plan to permanently remove Triumph of St. Catherine. Its death trigger is on the stack right now. And we're fetching for...
Endurance to come down, so I'm just gonna look up to make sure that with the current ruling, because I remember before
was if you do clause, but then I remember Tayback said on his thing that he was like there was like talk about errata, so I just want to make sure that if I'm supposed to still exile the top 6 or not, even if it's not there.
Got it.
Ah, okay. So Twitch chat was talking about this a moment ago, and now Phil's looking it up. Excuse me. All right, Triumph of St. Catherine. Text coming up in the chat. When it's put into your graveyard from the battlefield, exile it and the top 6 cards of your library in a face-down pile. If you do, shuffle that pile, put it back on top of your library. So the question is, do you exile the top 6 now? My guess would be no. Because you have to exile it and the top 6 cards. That's a confusing wording. Do we have any level 7 or higher judges in the chat?
If you have fewer than 6 cards in your library, or a Triumph isn't in your graveyard as the ability is resolved, the exiled cards will not be reshuffled and returned to your library. They will remain exiled face down. Okay, so they never officially changed it.
And face down?
What's up?
Are they exiled face down?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like Phil loses the top 6 cards of the library permanently here. That's interesting. 6 cards just face down, exiled forever. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Can somebody clip that and send it to Wizards, please, so they can fix this thing? I don't know what to do. Are the Warhammer cards from what is it now? Summer 2021 on MTGO yet? I don't know. 2022, I guess.
Yours? No.
Who knows at this point?
I really just thought that. Still have thoughts.
I try not to forward into what I played this deck for maybe 2
Up the beanstalk number 2.
Bowmaster.
Bowmaster in response to the second beanstalk's pretty good.
I've won more games with Saga than the console.
Well, that's what's so fucking broken about it. It's because it gives every single combo deck.
Jace Pink says, Chris, I'm so thankful you were alive today. You're welcome. We were talking about as the stream started. When is Jace Pink going to get here? I don't know.
Yeah, this doesn't go on. It's not like breakfast.
Must have been running a little behind schedule. Dress down. Solve that problem for now.
It's all the zeros and it's all just about using zero matches.
Yeah, faster.
I mean, that's what Magic is about.
That's like some key cards and it got banned in modern.
All right, passing the turn. Bowmaster sticks around. Double beanstalk on the other side. Phil will have to be careful. There's a Dryad Arbor in the glare next to the phone. Grist will continue doing what it does. Grist could technically -2 here, but I don't know if that'll happen. Making 5 mana. Playing another Cradle. Uh-oh.
10.
Like overpaying on cost.
It's like top got banned.
Crater Hoof Behemoth. Dress down in response.
We're tired.
It's naked. It's a naked hook.
Sure.
Every single
Phil gets to draw a card. No Bowmaster trigger there.
a test, like a driver's license, like a top license, like
results.
you can make your decisions.
Relevant links are welcome in the chat or in the comments.
Yeah, 3 left in hand.
It's like high tide. I would never play.
Oh no, not Twitter.
But you don't think like
I need online. But online, I don't care if they.
Site is close to unusable at this point.
3,
What they can do.
4.
Like, I walk away, and I go. Because especially because it's not like we don't have to.
Looks like we might sack to go after Triumph. Okay. It's gone. So Craterhoof can't attack. Hits for 5. Triumph of St. Catherine dies but had no abilities.
It was.
So don't have to worry about the whole exile 6 cards thing this time.
That's a modern, and they had the. Don't you half the deck was brain dead easy. It was the.
Interesting situation. Bowmaster's back online. So Phil firing off any 5 mana value card could be a problem.
It's like, yeah, it was like. It was more deterministic.
Brainstorm. Ouch.
Actually, I'll get there.
We'll go next one.
And what will be in the.
All right, we're going to game 3.
It's been the forfeit, but it's I think it's a +1/+1.
yeah,
Because they got the new one in low that they got to replace the bad one out, so they only get +1.
Yeah, maybe some clown cars.
Yeah, it's like not.
Sometimes I think an actual clown car pulled up to the LGS and a bunch of clowns got out to jam Legacy. It's just too much laughter.
I don't think like any.
Yeah, Worm Harvester, I'm fed up too. Amateurs, exactly. What's wrong with these people? All right, here's Once Upon a Time.
I played some standard. It's true. There's one that gives like that gives like a creature that starts with like a negative roll. It's a 1 mana 4/3 black creature that has like a curse roll that gives like nice bonus. And then you play like one like 1 mana and it gives like swaps it out.
So it's like double buff in that sense. It's damage +1/+1 and whatever that positive is.
Dom V with a big question for the Twitch chat. Who is favored in this matchup? I would guess this matchup is close to 50-50. What does Twitch chat think? Does anybody have a strong opinion about this, or YouTube commenters? Elves, for example, correct me if I'm wrong. Elves versus Miracles was usually pretty evenly matched. Does anyone disagree? Or am I misremembering? Or do I not know what the hell I'm talking about? Okay, Twitch chat thinks Phil's is favored. Yeah, Terminus seems insane, yeah. Alright, Source to Plowshares on Reclaimer.
You fetched
I fetched twice now.
Robert says, I do think Miracles is a slight edge. All right, the consensus from the chat is that Phil has the edge here. But when you're a control deck and the opponent is capable of getting ahead on mana, and we haven't seen it from Marat yet, but cards like Allosaurus Shepherd or cards like Grist, several different ways between Fiend Artisan, Green Sun Zenith.
You play 3 to 4 Ballerins. You play it as a seal of removal.
What's the other tutor? Natural Order to find Crater Hoofs and whatnot. It is a it's possible for Marat to win a good amount of the games.
I was on. Even if it was like an okay matchup, it's like you're just better. I was playing.
iClean Pool's making a good point. This is not combo elves. It does some of the combo elves things though, where you tutor for a Crater Hoof or you you know, get ahead with mana. Okay. Okay. So Green Sun Zenith X is 2, it looks like. Getting a thumbs up here.
No, if I'm gonna spend 80% of a normal pack price for 33% performance, and you can't draft it, so it's like
Marat could present multiple threats that need to be removed from the board. And if they are removed, can just search for another copy. There's Gaddock Teague, which will be somewhat annoying.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, there's Triumph of St. Catherine. It's back again. It's hit every game.
I was playing against Sam months ago. I go first. I chalice on one hit. He goes turn one drifter, and then because he had no pantry, Natty's top attracts into top. And I just like, oh, because like I didn't have any removal for it. I was hoping just like a cantrip to save it, but.
Pure Dane for Phil. And step fetch. Dryad Arbor.
What the hell is that card?
It's a big old base layer. X for 3?
Yeah.
X is 3. Probably going to try to find Grist again. Oh, okay. We're rewinding here because of Gaddock Teague. Phil's gonna point that out. I missed that for a moment myself. It's all good.
That resolves.
All right. Once upon a time, we'll resolve.
Get out of here.
For the longest time, I never signed any reserveless cards because of some cards that came out and changes were making to the deck.
Yeah, you called it, Chase Pink.
It was kind of good. Like, yeah, it's like, you just want to be slamming that shit in terminal all the time. And because I've been testing clown cards, and just
I clean pools of the question. Any Maverick players at Game Store? We occasionally have Maverick players, yes. You know, it's not the kind of thing where you could walk into the room and there will definitely be a Maverick player, at least one. But you see the deck there.
Yeah, missed opportunity. Maybe I'll just show up with it next week anyway. Just keep reroll.
We even have a local player named Maverick Mike, if you can believe it.
I was like, that looks good. And it's been working well for me. It's really RNG, which is definitely upsetting, but I think mathematically it works really well. You just have to accept it. Yeah, so I was saying next year. Oh, yeah. Odd for 1/1, even for plus.
Attacking with St. Catherine. Blocking with Gaddock Teague. All right. So kind of gonna let Gaddock Teague go away here. I guess to find Grist with Green Sun Zenith. Up the Beanstalk comes in. The Seiju on Up the Beanstalk. All right. So it's dead. Delusional Kraut, thanks for the resub with Prime. 13 months. I missed the Phil. I missed the Phil that didn't play strong meta cards and destroy me like this. Yeah. Yeah, that is Marat in the chat. Unsure how to feel about these Warhammer cards, I guess.
Actually, so I got but if you made a
The truth is, Maverick Mike, Jess Guy John, these nicknames, I'm the one that's giving them the nicknames, and they don't want the nicknames, and it's just too bad, really, you know?
because I feel like for them it's just everything needs to order. It's not like you have stock. Exactly. So I would definitely push that. Yeah, they onboarded me or whatever.
Harry Houdini has gifted a sub. Thank you, Harry Houdini. 75 now on the channel.
Everything after
All right, the hand is revealed from Thoughtseize. Council's Deliberation, up the Beanstalk, Brainstorm, Prismatic Ending, Double Swords.
like a sports game.
Take a prismatic ending. Those two.
I don't want your fake ass MTG searches. I'm literally
So Prismatic Ending is selected. It could potentially remove Grist, so that makes sense. There's Green Sun Zenith, X is 3.
Yes. Oh wait, this can't tap for mana.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but you can still tap this. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right, so the Arbor situation was corrected. Good catch by Phil. Grist is found.
No, land is part of its a land creature.
We got humiliated. Why do we need another humility? Like, oh, better.
All right, sacking Noble Hierarch to destroy Triumph of St. Catherine. No death trigger on it this time because of Dress Down, and Dress Down is gone.
Yes.
We'll see some Mystic Sanctuary stuff happening here.
That's a different layer.
Prismatic Ending goes back on top. Phil will now have an opportunity to remove Grist, which seems important. There it is. It's gone.
Giant Legion go pro. It's the one that returns all the like rainbow lands.
So if it comes in after
It's all timestamps. Just whatever one came in last.
Wow, another Triumph of St. Catherine off the top. That could be a problem for Marat's. Up the Beanstalk comes in as well. Yeah, Delusional Kraut was saved by Force of Phil.
Show me Progenitus attracts.
Show the camera.
All right, the game had gathered a little crowd watching it conclude, and Marat's hand was 3 Gaia's Cradles to finish the match. That is the match. GG's. Force of Phil takes it.